Being eaten alive is one of my greatest fears, so this film felt right up my alley. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time finding me and you want my honest opinion on movie reviews, trailer reactions, entertainment news, or anything I think is cool, right now, please click on that subscribe button and also the bell so you can get all of my content. 47 Meters Down, Uncaged is the sequel to 47 Meters Down that came out in 2017. I did see that film. I enjoyed it, and so I wanted to see part two. My expectations were somewhat mediocre. I mean, I wanted to see the film, but I didn't care if I did see it or not. So that's just kind of how I felt going into it. It's being directed by Johannes Roberts. If you look him up on IMDb, on his filmography, he has 15 directing credits. One film, The Side of the Other Door, The Other Side of the Door, came out in 2016. He did 47 Meters Down in 2017, and also The Strangers Pray at Night that came out last year in 2018. And I was disappointed with that movie. I thought the characters did a lot of stupid things, made a lot of horrible decisions. But what is 47 Meters Down Uncaged about? 14 girls diving in a ruined underwater city quickly learn they've entered the territory of the deadliest shark species in the claustrophobic labyrinth of submerged caves. So out of the 4 girls that are going on this expedition on these underwater caves, we have Sasha, Mia, Nicole, and Alexa. Now, Mia was my favorite. She had her head on straight. She used common sense. Even though panicking when sharks are trying to eat you alive is a natural reaction, she didn't do that. She kept her cool for the most part, so she was my favorite character out of the 4 of them. Now, she also has a sister in this film by the name of Sasha. Her real name is Corinne Fox, who is actually the daughter of the Academy Award winner, Mr. Jamie Foxx Foray. She did a decent job as well, but out of the 4 girls, those are my favorite. I'll talk about the 2 others a little bit later in this review. Next thing I like about this movie, it was short. It was only 90 minutes. You kind of get in, you kind of get out. While things did take a while to kind of get started, once they got started, they didn't stop. And even though the film is only 90 minutes, I felt that the director, Johannes Roberts, was able to put a lot in that small time frame to make you really feel like you got your money's worth and you didn't waste your time. Another thing I liked about this film is just kind of how the main family is built, because we have Mia, who is a white girl, and we have Sasha, who is black, or she's black and white in real life, but in this film she's portrayed as black. And that's just a blended family there and on multiple fronts. And I was just kind of interested in see how it was built. And I liked it. I don't know. For some reason, it just caught my attention. It's something that appealed to me. And so that's just another thing that I did like in this film. The next thing I liked is these girls are in Mexico. That's where they reside. And so when they're going on this expedition, this action adventure to a sense, it's just kind of cool, all the tight corridors that they're kind of exploring in these caves. Like I said, it's in Mexico, so there's a lot of old Mayan civilizations. And just to see all the statues and the writing on the walls and things like that, I thought it was pretty cool. It stood out to me, And so, that wasn't necessary to put in the film, but I don't know. It just kind of stood out to me in a positive way and just kind of kept my interest and wanted me to keep on watching. Now, of course, we want to talk about the sharks and how vicious they were and that they eat people and just tear them up and all that good stuff. Yeah, these sharks are pretty damn vicious. In the synopsis, it says the deadliest shark species. And I mean, my goodness gracious, I've seen a number of shark movies, and in my opinion, these are one of the most aggressive sharks that I've ever seen. And it's just kind of scary at the same time, because not only are they in the cave, they're underwater. And so, I mean, it's impossible to see these sharks, coming from a mile away or just even a few feet away. I mean, they can just be right up on you and then bite your freaking body in half, and it's game over. And then just to see them, swimming in the water, I was about to say flying, they're just so subtle. I mean, they're in their environment. Of course, they have the advantage. And since these are some caves that most of man hasn't seen before, this is kind of, new groundbreaking stuff right here. There's no light in these caves. And so it kind of shows all these these fish and animals underwater, how they was able to adapt over time to where they don't have eyes. And that just kind of looks scary as hell, you know, just seeing these sharks sneak up on people underwater with no eyes and things like that. Also, this film just had a ton of high level intensity. Like I said, when the sharks start killing everybody, they don't hold back. They kill, kill, kill. They're very aggressive. It was kind of scary. And there are a ton of moments starting in the second act all the way going to the end to where you're like literally on the edge of your seat. You're rooting for these girls. Like, I mean, come on, you guys can do it. You guys can make it. I believe in you. And there were just so many parts where I was like, oh, you're almost there. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, like, and it's seriously, I mean, I have not seen this type of audience unity to cheer a group of characters on since like Avengers Endgame. Yes, that was just a few months ago, but it just doesn't happen that often. You know, I saw this film on a Tuesday, regular time. You know, it was about 20 people in the audience, but everybody was just kind of screaming and clenching their fists and throwing it in the air like, oh my gosh, you guys are so close. I just want you to survive. All that good stuff. It was cool. I liked it a lot. Just non-stop suspense all the way to the end. Like, seriously, I'm going to move on. But when I thought, okay, man, the girls are safe. You know, they're out of there. All they got to do is get on land. No, they had like another little sequence, you know, to where they are fighting for their survival. And I loved it. Let's go ahead and get to the bad real quick because it's just a few things. The acting in this film wasn't the best. Now, one of these girls by the name of Nicole, her real name is Sistine Rose Stallone. This was actually her first full-length feature ever. I mean, this is the only credit she has. And out of all four girls, they were trying to be intense and emote and all that good stuff. But I feel like they did not rehearse their lines at all. It sounded as if they was doing a table read for the first time. And that was just like a little distracting. But the funny thing is I don't want to go so far as to say that they can't act. It seems like they really just didn't know the lines or they just was reading them like for the first time while they were on camera recording, you know, for this movie. That just was a little weird to me. And also Nicole, like I said, she was the least favorite. I mean, she was just a dumb, idiot, selfish person, just reckless. I mean, when I'm watching a movie, I like to be able to relate to people. I don't have to, but that, you know, helps my experience. I wasn't necessarily able to relate to these girls, and even with her stupid character coming from Nicole, I want to be able to say to myself, okay, I'm not like that, but at least I know someone that is. I don't know anybody that is just this rash and just this ridiculous as far as their decision making. Hey, let's just jump to our deaths and not care about anything. I mean, did she say that exactly in this film? No, not at all, but that is kind of how she came across. And I didn't like her at all. But other than that, guys, I had a lot of fun with this film. I think you should go see it. If you liked the first film, I think you would definitely like this film right here. I'm not saying that you may want to see this on a Friday night where it's $30 or something like that, but this is definitely worth a matinee or a $5 Tuesday or something like that if you are a movie goer, if you just want to see something entertaining. If you were looking forward to this film, go see it. If you were just on the fence, go see it. If you had no interest at all, and this probably won't be for you. But if I had to rate 47 Meters Down Uncaged out of a 1 out of 10, I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. Yes, a 7.5 out of 10. But guys, that is just my opinion. Please let me know what you think of the movie down below in the comment section. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel and look me up on social media. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion/review for 47 Meters Down Uncaged. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.